not sure if we've got the endorsement from the ball company, but the heck with them. We're going to call it the White Whale anyway. That is fantastic. Good hitting power, and I'm convinced that if you torque it up, this is a good ball for you.
Indeed. Ron Bohnert, our king, dethroning Nick Vogelsang last week.
Not an easy task.
Not at all. And looking good. A little karate chop on the 7 pin.
7 and the 9, Jennifer.
Yeah, how about that?
Going from an almost open frame to a strike.
Ron Bohnert, age 30, averaging 230. Wow, he is the king. 19th TV appearance. He keeps on racking them up week after week. Ron Bohnert, what a bowler. Looking good. Wow, that time 7 pin stays, David.
Well, the maximum power of his ball creates the area, but it also creates sometimes a flying 4-pin going up and around the neck of that 7 pin, that pesky little 7, but he seems to have a pretty easy time with it.
Shot thousands of 7 pins in his day.
At least.
Scott Kramer finishing out in great fashion last game, striking at least 4 or 5 times in a row to win over Trey Seibel.
Never see him setting the ball very cleanly, not taking a lot of time, just going up and ripping the cover off the ball.
And a solid 4-pin. He really got a hold of that one.
Pepsi, the drink you want in your house. I know it's in our refrigerator all the time in many forms. The kids go through several liters a week. And I do mean several liters a week. And those fine Miller products are in our refrigerator also when the more mature group comes over. So yeah, you're allowed to come over, Jan.
We know it's in your fridge.
I will have a cold one
help you out with them.
I don't really need any help, but yes, you are invited.
Check out some Red Dog or some Ice House.
The Ice House is
or
the one.
Of course, your regular old Miller Genuine Draft. You can't beat that one either.
That's right. Got a family of beers groomed for anyone's taste. Whew, almost sounded like a good sell line. See if I can get any money off of that one, right? Have a Ball. Summer League's coming up. Starts May the 11th through August 17th. Thursdays, 7 p.m. is 15 weeks it'll run. All bowlers who complete the 15-week session will receive 1 free sanction card.
Yes.
That's about a $10, $12 value.
That's great.
And a bowling ball of your choice, excluding the Quantum. This is undrilled. You have to take it to your local tri-state, for example, would be our choice to take it to and have them drill it up for you. The cost per person, $13 per week. Not a bad deal. I want you to call.
That is a great deal.
Oh, it's a fabulous deal. You can call 761, get a pen and a paper, or scribe this into your arm with a knife. Either way.
Oh, please.
761-2695. Well, this is important information, Jen. 761-2695 for the Have a Ball League.
And, of course, that sanction card is ABC or WIBC.
That's correct.
And there's a lot of great bowling balls out there, so if you would like to improve your game, I would highly recommend joining that.
The 2 players we're looking at right now, 1 pin separating the 2. The advantage to Ron Bohnert with this last frame being a strike. Going through the heart this time, breaking down the split with a good clean roll and leaving only the 2 and the 4 pin to shoot.
Hopefully he will cover both pins with the bowling ball, because this spare is entirely too choppable.
Well, once again, we're not going to be able to give it away. But each and every week, Jeff Weiler brings out a car, and a beautiful car it is.
Steve Haynes has become our very good friend.
Yes.
You're looking there at a Chrysler Cirrus. And Steve, of course, is a sales manager. And we talked about this car last week. It's just beautiful. The inside leather and everything.
It's gorgeous. Handles well. I drove one. fantastic automobile. It will be mine next year. Maybe not that particular one, but it will be mine next year. Kind of an old gray-haired guy like myself, looks pretty good in that car, as well as a young, spiffy person. We gave us an awfully nice brochure on it. You swing by Jeff Weiler. They'll be glad to give you one, give you a test drive, and chances are you might just walk away with one of these bad boys.
And they are wheeling and dealing out there at the Eastgate Auto Mall on State Route 32. Scott Kramer filling the frames. He's going to need to get going, though. He's going to have to start striking because Ron Bohnert usually gets serious from the 5th frame on.
I would say that he's serious all the frames, but you're right. He gets extra serious from the 5th frame on.
Scott again throwing the ball very well. Just rolling it for all it's worth.
Ripping the cover off the ball. He is utilizing all of it. Watch it from our floor cam. Great shot, guys. Watch this. Out onto the lane. Maximum roll. Revolutions coming right into your living room, and the 1-3's filled up. 10 pins. Doing their job. They're all gone.
Scott's an intense competitor. Again, a wrapped 7-pin.
What he lacks in competitive experience, he gains in the enthusiasm that he puts into his game, Jennifer.
You bet. Big heart.
He doesn't care who Ron Bohnert is.
He doesn't care that Ron Bohnert has umpteen zillion 300s and 800s.
That's right. His job is to defeat this man today, and he will go on to do it if he continues to strike. Because at this point, he now has the advantage. Ron Bohnert was leading by 1 pin, but with the strike up, he takes the advantage right back. Bohnert leading by 1, but the strike by Kramer, the key in the 5th frame. Here you see some of the jewelry on his hand from all of his bowling accomplishments. Hope he never falls into a swimming pool. Could have a problem. And of course, if you're not an ABC member, you cannot get those beautiful rings. That's right. No. If you don't join up, you won't get one. It's that simple. ABC, the American Bowling Congress, has been doing great things for the game of bowling for years and years. Put it right where he needed to put it to, David. You put one in the 1-3 that way. Looking at me, he's kind of going over the shot in his mind, figuring, what could I have done different? Nothing. Just shoot your spare. If anything, he might have just been a little bit too aggressive. His competitive edge may have not helped him there. Possibly so. Ron Bohnert was looking on to see if he was going to make the spare, and he sees the 10-pin go down easily. Gives himself a round of applause. That's nice. I do that too when I make a 10-pin. Yay! In your own mind, huh? Very tight match here.
Give me 10, brother. Give me 10.
Brother.
Yeah, they're rooting him on. That's
great.
That's fun. That is really fun.
It's easy to stay pumped when you have people behind you really rooting for you and cheering you on. David, along with Steve Haynes, the sales manager out of Jeff Weiler, we'd also like to welcome Steve Herbig from High Point Distributing. And also Gerard Deucehold, the general manager of Slush Puppy Brands. David, I don't know about you, but I love my Slush Puppies right along with my kids. If they have one, I have to have one too. And then, of course...
That's fun in a cup.
And, of course, they also have Thelma's Lemonade, frozen.
Quite frankly. Okay, the Slush Puppies are great for the kids and for most adults, but my preference is that lemonade, man. It just makes really your cheeks pucker up. Man, I mean to tell you. Come on now. Give it a little bit of vocal stimulation to get into the pocket and strike. Ron Bohnert not out of here yet. Take a look at the replay if you would. This is going to increase his lead to 12, and does he go after it? Yes. With every ounce of bone that he has in his body, He absolutely crushes the pocket.
These could be the two most tenacious competitors that we've had all year right here, David.
Well, nobody wants to go home with anything less than the $600 check.
Yeah. We've got to take a look at that one again.
Oh, let's take a look at it, if you would. Footwork just rips the cover off the ball. Now watch that. That's 6 revolutions before it gets halfway down the lane. 5-pin, head pin off the wall, comes off, and just absolutely devastates the 7.
That was some kind of major scout there. Scott Kramer can do some damage right here. Almost had his scout for his 10-pin.
Really, that would have been a great break for him to be able to get into the game again. But I tell you what, we're going to see him again, Jennifer. And if we don't see him again this year, we'll see him next year, or we will see his name on some titles, because this man throws the ball too well.
He's the new name in town. Scott Kramer, age 26. 6'1". He's a big guy.
Keep your head on run around soon. Whoop.
That is the song.
Oh, darn it. I'd hate to give another hint like that for those people that tuned in late, but anyway.
Come on, Paul. Come on, Paul.
Wow. Authority there, David. Authority. Ron Bohnert had a 736 to make it to the show, even though he's the king.
Three pins. What do you think, Jim? Oh no.
Wow, 7-9. The
Incredible.
version of the 8-10. I'm not sure I've ever seen him leave the 7-9 before, to tell you the truth, David. He has so much power.
By George, we've got a match, and it's not his fault. He threw the ball as well as you could possibly throw it, and oh no, and a few other expletives, I'm sure, along the way.
He's going to throw it very hard trying to bounce it out, and he got a good work on it, Dave.
Well, trying to bring it back is great, but that's not going to do it. Right now, basically, if he's 9 pins up, but if Kramer strikes in the first ball in the 10th, we've got a 1-pin match going into the finals.
Wow, this is what it's all about here.
Ron Bohnert cannot shut out his opponent, but he can make it difficult with a strike.
Ron has hit the pocket consistently this whole game. That's what can be so frustrating. You know you're lined up and you're hitting the pocket, and yet your score just is not reflecting your bowling ability.
That's correct. That is correct. And when you've got some tenacity and you've got a lot of heart, like Mr. Kramer does, you cannot fold up your tent and steal away in the night and think you're going to win, because it just doesn't happen that way. Ron Bohnert could finish out with a strike for a 205.
Ron again taking a little extra time here.
Well,
good count.
Yeah, count's important. He going to force Kramer to strike to win. That's exactly what he's done.
David, we're going to see what he's made out of right now.
That's right. This is for all the marbles. He can't go any further unless he strikes on this ball. Let's just watch and see what he's made out of.
Holy cow. That was a fabulous shot.
The shot that would have made him the new king of bowling. Right here, take a look at it. Keep your eyes on this 6-pin. Second one from the right-hand side of your screen. Go around the 10, right there, around the belly of the 10. Not a weak 10. The ball's still churning. Come on, he says.
Very
Wasn't
frustrating.
meant to be.
What a beautiful bowling effort out of Scott Kramer today.
When you need a shot, you throw one that well, and you pay the maximum penalty. If he strikes 196 to Ron Bohnert's 205, he made it a great match to watch.
Now they carry. They always carry on the film ball, David.
Well, Ron Bohnert, our winner in the championship match, 205 to 196. Ron Bohnert, our king of bowling. We'll be back in a moment to present some checks, so stay with us.